May we have the sporting group in the ring, please?
And here they come, the sporting group. The athletic dogs, the pointers and setters that point and mark the game, the spaniels that flush the game, and the retrievers that recover dead and wounded game and bring it back from the water, from the upland fields. There they are coming into the ring. Great fun-loving, high-energy dogs. Same thing that makes them great hunting dogs also makes them great family dogs.
These really are the hard-working dogs of the dog world. They do all kinds of things, don't they, David?
Very athletic, of course. I think the best thing is the fact that they're very high-energy, wonderful, loving family dogs.
The athletic pointers in the field finding game and pointing it. For the hunter, the Labrador retriever retrieving game out of the water. The curly-coated retriever finding game and retrieving. The Chesapeake Bay splashing into the water to get its game and bring it back. The Welsh Springer Spaniel flushing a bird. And the Golden Retriever doing what it does so well, working as a service dog.
The sporting group will be judged by Michael Faulkner from Center Cross, Virginia. Now, Mr. Faulkner is a former professional handler who has shown golden retrievers, field spaniels, Springer spaniels, and pointers. This is his third judging assignment at Westminster, and he's got a big job.
He does indeed, and leading off the group, talking about the alma mater factor, I have two great Brittany's. I know they're probably home watching Ty and Belle get off the couch.
And stop chewing on it too, right?
That's right. There we see the wonderful athletic sporting dogs. See the Lab, the Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever, the three setters, the German short-haired pointer. First up is the Brittany.
Energetic dog, excelling as a hunter. It is the smallest of the pointing breeds. His exuberance may be channeled toward obedience, agility, work, or conformation shows. Great intelligence makes him an excellent choice as a therapy or service dog or as a companion to an active family. This is a versatile dog in the field. This is Brittany, number 19.
I know you're partial to these dogs, but these dogs really are high energy. They need exercise.
They are high energy. My dogs are 9 and 10 years old, living on a 39th floor high-rise apartment here in Manhattan. I'm not sure I would have wanted to have them there when they were 2 years old.
Oh, my goodness.
This is the great Johnny, number one Brittany in the country the last 3 years. Won 34 bests in show.
He just looks like he's ready to go out and find some game.
They have to give you that impression that they're ready to go to work and work all day long. High energy athletic dogs. Brittany's have more dual champions. That is a combination of both conformation and field championships.
The pointer is one of the oldest sporting breeds. The first dependable reference to the breed appeared in England about 1650. As his name implies, the pointer points with his nose. He searches for game using his highly developed sense of smell, and having found it, freezes into that classical point. A pointer named Sensation is the club emblem of the Westminster Kennel Club. This is pointer number 6.
Pointers have done quite well at Westminster. They've won Best in Show 3 times. Last time was about 20 years ago, but great dogs.
They kind of have the home field advantage here, being the mascot of Westminster, of course.
That's right.
That unmistakable outline. Dogs were obviously bred primarily for sport of field, but they're very people-oriented and great family pets. This is Peanut, handled by Tammy Miyagawa.
And it bears mentioning that their hunting instinct is natural. They don't really have to be trained to do that point. They acquire it right around 2 months old.
Well, pointing is an exaggeration of their natural tendency to pause before they spring.
The German short-haired pointer was developed in Germany and Austria in the 19th century and is almost certainly the descendant of the old Spanish pointer, the English foxhound, and some form of scent hound. This breed is an exceptionally fine all-around hunting dog. This is German short-haired pointer number 6.
That's a good-looking dog. I wonder if it's intimidating, though, to show the same breed as the winner of Best in Show the previous year.
Well, I think every year and every day is new in the dog show world, but certainly the crowd's thinking of Carly last year. Another beautiful athletic dog. These really are the ultimate SUD, the sports utility dog, if you will. They do it all. Developed in Germany because of a dog tax. It made more sense for them to develop a dog that could do everything rather than have 2 or 3 different dogs. So the German short-haired pointer became very popular there.
That's a good-looking dog. Now, speaking of which, well, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's look at this dog.
The development of the German wirehaired pointer began around 1870. He is one of several European retrieving pointers of this design, but unlike some of the others, he has a water-repellent coat. He was probably descended from several breeds, including the German Shorthair, the Pointer, the Griffon, and possibly some working Schnauzers. This is German wire-haired pointer, number 6.
Now this is Mac. We didn't see at the end of his name there, MH. That stands for Master Hunter, and they can be very proud of that. This dog is a top-ranked sporting dog as well as a Master Hunter, and that's kind of a rare accomplishment.
And also, just a little interesting note about this breed, their coat is weather resistant and water repellent, which of course helps them do the job that they were bred to do.
That's it. That's a double coat. That wiry coat around the face protects the eyes.
This American dog, the Chesapeake Bay Retriever, developed its unique qualities in 1800s as a bay dogs. And they were expected to retrieve birds from the icy, rough waters of the Chesapeake Bay. The dog's harsh, double oily coat helps to repel water, allowing him to work in adverse weather conditions. This is Chesapeake Bay Retriever, number 19.
We saw the Chessie in our open blow into the water like nobody else can do. The Chesapeake Bay, the champion water dog in the sporting group.
Kind of the Mark Spitz of dogs.
If you will, that's right. Breeder, owner, handler here, Dana Bleefer, is actually a veterinarian.
And it's not too surprising to find out that these are descended from Newfoundlands. Got that big head and that beautiful face like Newfies.
Well, they had their beginnings, of course, in the Chesapeake Bay area. Actually, the official state dog of Maryland.
Toward the middle of the 19th century, Water Spaniel, a small version of the Newfoundland dog known as the St. John's dog, and just possibly some poodle genes were mixed to achieve what we now know as the curly-coated retriever. They are equally at home in the duck-blind or hunting upland game. This is curly-coated retriever, number 9.
What a beautiful dog there. And of course, these are all working dogs, have to be in good shape, and they have to look like they're in good shape. This dog works out on a treadmill.
A lot of these top show dogs do work out on the treadmill, as well as doing road work and other conditioning, but a treadmill makes it very easy. There are actually treadmills set up in the Hotel Pennsylvania across the street here where so many of the dog people stay, which is especially nice in this snowy weather that we're having.
Absolutely. With a coat like that, probably helps that dog doesn't get outside and get dirty while he's working.
That's it.
As well.
And here is Curlew.
The flat-coated retriever was developed in England about a century ago. He excels as an upland shooting dog and an efficient water retriever. Today's flat coat is active, cheerful, and elegant. A versatile family companion and a hunting retriever characterized by his flat, dense, lustrous coat and happy wagging tail. This is flat-coated retriever, number 24.
Now, David, is the only difference between this dog and the dog we just saw the coat? Is that the only difference?
Well, there are more subtle differences, too. I mean, the curly-coated retriever is a little taller than this one. This dog's a little more refined, has kind of a clean silhouette. Very racy and elegant.
And I understand this is Cutter. Loves agility, loves to fly over jumps, loves to do the triple jump.
Well, a lot of these dogs do all these other activities. You know, the American Kennel Club has so many different activities, 12,000, 15,000 events that you can participate in with your dogs, not just conformation showing. There's a lot of other activities for you.
The Golden Retriever was developed from the flat-coated retriever and the Tweed Spaniel. A single breeding produced 4 puppies, which were the foundation stock for one of the most beloved dogs in the world. The Golden's drive and pace, his keen sense of smell, soft mouth, and high style all reflect generations as a sporting dog. This is Golden Retriever, number 15.
According to, and the crowd likes this one, got a big cheer.
Well, everybody loves the Golden Retriever. This is a friend of mine, Ken Matthews, actually from Bellingham, Washington, handling the great Andy. Beautiful golden retriever.
And according to AKC, the #2 most popular dog in the country. Just
And why
behind the
not?
Labrador.
And
Absolutely.
why not? They're people breed. They're a people breed. They're eager to please. Beautiful temperaments. Great expression. They're alert. Want to be with you every step of the way.
The Labrador Retriever is not actually a product of Labrador, but rather of Newfoundland. It is generally believed that its early assignment was to help fishermen pull their nets. Like the Golden, the Labrador is now one of the main breeds used for leading the blind and working in other assistance dog capacities. This is Labrador Retriever number 20.
And this is the #1 registered dog with the American Kennel Club. Most popular dog in the country. It's easy to see why.
By almost 3 times as many registrations as the Goldens, who were in second place. This also is the top winning Labrador Retriever in history. Champion Aquarius Center Court Delight, Buzz, handled by Joey Quallenberg.
Around the ring,
These
please.
dogs do so much to help us in our lives. They support us with therapy dogs. They are support dogs with those that have physical disabilities. Life would be much different without them.
The official dog of Nova Scotia, the Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever, or toller, was originally bred to resemble a fox and to attract ducks close to the water's edge by tolling or luring its playful retrieval of sticks thrown by the hunter. They are the smallest of the retrievers and make ideal hunting companions. This is Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever number 10.
These are such cute dogs. Now, I understand they used to go by the name Little River Duck Dog, and then the Yarmouth Toller, and now, of course, the Nova Scotia Duck Tolling Dog.
These are fun dogs. They're a little different than other sporting dogs because they really are motivated to please themselves, whereas most of the sporting dogs are more into pleasing their owners and their handlers. They're very athletic, kind of a living decoy. You heard the description of what they do at water's edge, but they are also a duck retriever. Beautiful dogs, great personalities. I love this breed.
Yeah, you can see it right there.
The English Setter is a bird dog, handsome, athletic, and so striking that the dog is a subject of some of the world's most beautiful canine art. The setter's job is to locate quarry and stand frozen in place while the hunter shoots over him. English setters were at work in England over 400 years ago. This is English Setter number 20.
You can see the tail never stops wagging on this dog. This is Tony. The standard for the English Setter says that the dog should be elegant and symmetrical, and you can see that in the English Setter. The first of 3 setters we're going to see, all different breeds, but they're very close in type.
Now, what about the coloring? Do you always see that coloring on the English Setter?
There's a number of different colors. They can come in a Belton, which is what they call a blue Belton, which is black and white, or an orange, or a lemon, or even a tri. They all have this white background color, and this ticking develops as they grow. They're born white, actually.
The Gordon Setter is a product of Scotland, named after the Duke of Gordon. The world's first recorded dog show took place in Newcastle, England in 1859, not long before the first Westminster show, and a Gordon was chosen best setter in show. The first Gordons were imported into this country by Daniel Webster. This is Gordon Setter number 7.
You know, I want to make an interesting point with this dog. These are beautiful dogs, and they start out as cute little puppies. We had them on the early show. And the puppies are so tiny, and as you see, they grow into these big 70-pound dogs. And I always love to make the point, their paws were not that big. So you can't use that old myth that the paw is going to determine how big the dog
That's
is.
true, and that's the beauty of a purebred dog, is the predictability. We love all dogs. Don't get me wrong. Don't send me any cards and letters and stuff. But the predictability of a purebred dog, you know what a dog is going to grow up to be. You know its personality, you know its temperament, you know what its size it's going to be, you know what kind of coat care it's going to require, you know what kind of conditioning it's going to need. And that's a great illustration with the Gordon Setter. The second of our setter breeds, a little more substance than any of the other 2.
The Irish Setter was first developed from a combination of hunting dogs in the 1800s to point upland birds. Originally red and white, today's Irish is known for its beautiful mahogany red coat. It has retained its instinct as a superior bird dog, while its style, flair, and rollicking temperament have made it a favorite in the show ring. This is Irish Setter number 18.
My, what a gorgeous dog there.
Aren't they beautiful? You can see this is the third of the 3 setter breeds that we had. Very close. very close, but the Irish is a little more outgoing, a rollicking temperament they're supposed to have, it says in the standard.
In other words, not a couch potato.
That's right. And Irish setter owners will tell you have to have a sense of humor and patience to own a dog like this. They're always testing
Around the ring.
You can tell, you can see it. You can see it in her eyes there.
Yeah, they're high energy. They're not hyper. But this is Windy, a young female, 3 years old. Her father was second in the group here last year. Great-grandfather won the breed and was Group 4 6 years ago.
The American Water Spaniel originated in the American Midwest and is one of the few original American breeds. It is believed that the Irish Water Spaniel, curly-coated retriever, and the extinct English Water Spaniel figured into the breed's development. In the field, the American Water Spaniel is a flushing dog used to hunt all types of upland game and waterfowl. This is American Water Spaniel number 5.
You can see the unique coat of this dog. It's called a Marcel pattern in the coat. It's a little bit wavy to almost curly.
It's beautiful. A lot of women pay a lot of money to get their hair to look like that.
Mersey had a little different route to get here than any of the other dogs. It was the only American Water Spaniel entered in the show.
Well, that's one way to get to compete in the group judging.
You still have to go into the breed ring and make sure that everything is there, no disqualifications.
The Clumber Spaniel is another product of England and takes his name from Clumber Park, ancestral home to the Duke of Newcastle. Largest of all land spaniels, he is a methodical worker in the field, developed specifically for hunting upland game in dense cover. The Clumber was first registered with the AKC in 1878. This is Clumber Spaniel number 14.
I just love that face.
Isn't that a great face?
That's a wonderful face. Now, it's easy to believe that this dog is related to the Basset Hound. Got that same long, low body, big old heavy head.
They are the largest spaniel. That massive head and bone helps them push through the underbrush and do their job. This is Willard.
Willard's excited to be here. Gave us a little hop.
Our handler here, Scott Summer, won a Best in Show here a few years ago with the Bichon, but also did a lot of winning with another long, low, and level dog, the Sussex Spaniel.
The Cocker Spaniel has evolved in America from the English Cocker and is the smallest of the sporting breeds. He derives his name from skill with woodcock and is a fine gun dog. In the show ring, Cockers compete in 3 color varieties. Black is the first of those varieties, which includes black and black with tan points. This is Black Cocker Spaniel number 10.
Again, another very popular breed in the United States.
Was number 1 in registrations for a lot of years, the late 30s into the early 50s, and again through the 80s. Been around a long time. I remember when the dog was on a 20-cent stamp.
I saw a lot of Cocker Spaniels when I was in veterinary school. They came through the clinic a lot. Great family dogs. Now, this is one of those dogs that is a variety. We're
Thank you. Right around, please.
3 same breeds, but just different colors.
That's right. We see 3 different varieties of Cockers. The only difference is the color. A variety is a separation of a breed based on color, size, or coat.
This is the Ascab variety Cocker Spaniel. Ascab stands for any solid color other than black and includes buffs and browns. This is Ascab Cocker Spaniel number 40.
This is probably the color most people are accustomed to seeing.
What we call the buff color. This is Lindsay. He's won 19 all-breed Best in Shows and number 1 Cocker Spaniel last year, 2005.
What a great-looking dog.
You know, the American Spaniel Club actually was formed in 1881. Oldest dog-oriented organization in the United States, formed before the American Kennel Club even, but not before Westminster.
Of course not.
We've been here forever.
And here we have the party color variety for Cockers that are 2 or more solid colors, with one of those colors being white. This is Party Color Cocker Spaniel number 35.
Again, all the Cockers are judged by the same standard. The only thing different in the standard is the description of the color. But everything else should be exactly the same.
And since you bring up the standard, it's important to note that these dogs are not being judged against one another or compared to one another. They're being judged against the standard, what they should look like to represent that breed.
Absolutely. You can't compare a golden retriever to a Cocker Spaniel. So you have to be comparing the golden retriever to the ideal golden retriever description and image in your mind. And the same with the cockers, and whichever one of those breeds is better fits that standard, that's the dog that prevails on the day.
Love that face. Either she's really happy to be here or there's a treat in that handler's hand, and she knows it.
That's Kevin. These dogs pay great attention to what's in those hands and pockets.
The English Cocker Spaniel is the descendant of the original English Spaniel reported in the journals in the late 1300s. Over the years, Spaniels were broken down into two main lines, the water dogs and the land varieties. As the American version of the Cocker gained in popularity, it became necessary to define the English Cocker as a separate breed, and that was done in 1946. This is English Cocker, number 6.
So this became a breed all about, 50, 60 years ago, 60 years ago to be exact. What does it take to be recognized as a breed?
Well, the first thing is they have to have a population and a following in this country. The American Kennel Club recognizes new breeds from time to time. None for us this year, but 3 last year. They need to have a following. They need to have a parent club. They need to be tracking their stud book and their, their reproduction records so they know they're reproducing true. And then they kind of go, they work their way through the system, and pretty soon we have a new breed for Westminster.
The true beauty of the English Springer Spaniel is found in the expression of its original purpose, a companion gun dog. The diverse appearance of today's show and field-bred Springers results from the choices breeders make to achieve success in their venue of choice. Competitive conformation Springers are striking examples of breed type and symmetry. This is English Springer Spaniel, number 17.
This breed has history in the White House. You might remember Millie, the English Springer Spaniel that was owned by the first President Bush, and then Spot, the second President Bush.
This is James. James is the namesake of a great Springer Spaniel that was best in show here 2 years in a row, 71 and 72, the last dog to win 2 best in shows in a row. Here they don't even try to do that anymore.
Around the ring, please.
James is a therapy dog, also has 2 legs towards his CD obedience title. Kelly tells me he works with Alzheimer's patients.
Developed in the Midlands of England in the 19th century, the Field Spaniel is among the rarest of Spaniel breeds. A combination of beauty and utility, the Field Spaniel is versatile and intelligent, excelling in hunting, obedience, agility, and tracking, as well as the show ring. Affectionate and devoted, they exhibit a healthy dose of impishness. This is Field Spaniel, number 5.
I love that political correctness. That means this dog has a mind of his own, right?
They are happiest when they have a job to do, but they love being around and being right in the center of the family's universe. Supposed to have substantial weight. They're a little bit rare. We didn't even have any dogs registered of this breed by the American Kennel Club from about 1930 into the 60s.
Around the ring, please.
The population was reestablished here, and we have this beautiful, fun-loving, all-around dog, the Field Spaniel. Monty here.
The Irish Water Spaniel is the sole surviving water dog of the British Isles. He was one of the first breeds recognized in this country and was utilized exclusively as a waterfowl retriever. His eager disposition, curly coat, and rat-like tail made him uniquely qualified for the task. This is Irish Water Spaniel, number 9.
We talk about distinguishing characteristics in a breed that makes it that particular breed. Here you see this top knot on the top of the dog's head and this rat tail going. Those are 2 distinguishing characteristics for the Irish Water Spaniel. You can see perhaps a little bit of the poodle behind this dog.
Absolutely, absolutely. I understand this dog tends to be a one-person dog.
They are one person, one family dog. And they don't shed fur, they shed twigs and leaves and burrs. That's what they tell me.
The Sussex Spaniel gets his name from the county of Sussex in England, where it almost certainly originated as one of the oldest distinct Spaniel breeds. The dog is a slow, close, working gun dog that is especially valuable in heavy brush. The serious countenance of the Sussex belies a cheerful and affectionate nature, as demonstrated by its almost constantly wagging tail. This is Sussex Spaniel, number 9.
That's a low rider there. Got that long body and short legs.
is another dog named after Harry Potter. Champion Classics Harry Potter, TD, following the name, means he's a tracking dog. This dog earned his tracking title on his first attempt. #1 Sussex last year, handled by Brian Martin. Brian's been showing here since 1967.
Even the breed has a long history here at Westminster. It was among the first 10 breeds recognized and admitted to the AKC stud book all the way back in 1884.
The Welsh Springer is relatively rare in this country, but is traced back centuries to Wales and the west of England. He is probably one of the very oldest of recognizable spaniel breeds. He always has been thought of as a splendid showman as well as a good, reliable field dog. This is Welsh Springer Spaniel number 10.
We're always rooting for the owner-handled dogs. Here's Megan Bassel, who's a software engineer for a Georgia school system, handling Carson, a dog with a hunting title again. WD is a working dog, and JH Junior Hunter following his name. Beautiful Welsh Springer Spaniel.
It's always so special when the owner of the dog also
Around the
handles
ring,
the dog here at Westminster.
We find ourselves rooting for those people as a breeder owner handler ourselves. Dogs are very people-oriented. They're a close hunting dog. They don't get too far away from the hunter.
The Spinone Italiano is one of the oldest varieties of Griffons in existence. He is a fairly close-range hunting companion and has an excellent nose. The Spinone is by nature an excellent land and water retriever. Tireless in the field, he is affectionate, gentle, and calm in the house. He can also be a clown, stubborn and demanding of attention. This is Spinone Italiano, number 23.
That's not very nice to say about that dog. But it really is a fascinating looking dog. I understand they're particularly slow moving for their size and purpose, and I'm assuming, Davey, that means so the hunter can keep up with the dog.
So the gentleman hunter can keep up on foot. A great all-purpose gun dog. They were developed in the Piedmont district in northwest Italy. I think we brought them in here when we discovered the great Piedmont wines. Actually, we allowed the dogs to come in as well. This is Carmela, the beautiful Spinone. Kathleen Hammaker, the owner handler.
The Vizsla is far and away Hungary's most famous hunting dog. His background is almost certainly hound and some Transylvania pointing dogs. He is a typical mixed-purpose European gun dog expected to hunt and track hare, as well as point and retrieve upland game birds and waterfowl. At the end of World War I, this breed was all but extinct. This is Vizsla, number 31.
Never met a Vizsla that I didn't like. Such nice dogs.
They are great. This is Minnie, actually one of the youngest dogs in the group, just 21 months old. The golden pointer of Hungary. Very bright, very high energy, so they're not the dog for everyone. And for our nightly talk about find a dog that matches your lifestyle. 165 breeds and varieties recognized by the American Kennel Club. Go to their website, come to a dog show. Study, do your homework before you commit to a lifetime with your dog.
Absolutely, and it is a long-term commitment. I always say dogs are like kids, but they don't go away to college.
The Weimaraner was developed by the German noblemen in the 1800s and was initially bred to hunt and track big game. When landholdings in Weimar diminished, pointing dog stock was introduced and Weimaraners evolved into a bird dog. With their keen noses and excellent ability to find birds, they are true personal hunting companions. This is Weimaraner, number 14.
These are such unique looking dogs. Many of our viewers recognize this dog from artist William Wegman. He's made the Weimaraner famous with his photographs and children's books.
He has indeed. Marge wants to make herself famous with a big win here tonight. Let's see what happens. Champion Colsedex Sea Breeze Perfect Fit. Also works as a therapy dog with HIV in children and adults. Beautiful. The Weimaraner called the Gray Ghost, not because of the color, but because they are kind of a stealth cat-like hunter.
And so graceful too. His long, beautiful legs, beautiful muscling on that body.
Beautiful all-purpose dog. An all-around gun dog was involved with big game.
The wire-haired pointing Griffon is a breed developed by Dutch sportsman and hunter Edward Korthals to be a medium size with coarse coat and excellent pointing and retrieving ability. They are versatile gun dogs and have excelled in the show ring, obedience, tracking, agility, and of course the field. This is wire-haired pointing Griffon number 7.
We saw the German wire-haired pointer earlier in the group. This dog's a little blockier than the German wire-haired pointer, maybe a little more hair throughout.
Speaking of hair, Griffon is in the name, which means wire-haired. Does it make it hard to groom?
Well, yes, it does take special attention compared to some of the other breeds in the sporting group, but a lot of dog handlers are used to that wire-haired coat in some other breeds too, different group. This is Bud, handled by Rick Bagenstoss.
Now, deliberations to see who's going to win this group and go on to show for best in show.
Back up, please.
Our judge, Michael Faulkner, has made a cut. He's going to take another look at what we lovingly call the good pile. Dogs that he likes.
One at a time around the ring, please.
And
controlled and steady to the end of the line. Keep moving up.
Not enough ribbons for a group of this quality.
You know, I really don't envy any of the judges because there's not a bad dog here.
Absolutely, and winning the breed at Westminster is the big thing. There's the German short-haired pointer.
Breed that was best in show winner last year.
The German wire-haired pointer. Mr. Faulkner taking a look at the curly-coated retriever.
Sounds like the crowd likes this one, the golden retriever.
The crowd can tell you what dog this is, the golden retriever. I can't tell you.
Yes, you can.
The beautiful Irish setter. Very distinctive.
Crowd favorite.
There's that rollicking temperament. You can see it right there, the way it goes around the ring. The Ascot or Buff Cocker Spaniel. The Sussex Spaniel, as Mr. Faulkner takes a close look.
Crowd can't make up its mind. They like several of these.
And the Vizsla. Very nice group, very nice lineup, top to bottom.
Absolutely. Does the crowd reaction affect the judge's decision at all?
Oh, no, I don't believe so. Michael Faulkner pulls the golden out first. The Irish in the second spot, the Buff Cocker in the third spot, the curly-coated retriever in the fourth spot.
Close up.
Brings them all in. I think he's done. There's the golden. He doesn't look too excited about it. He's another day at the office.
Goes
all around the ring.
Here we go. The golden retriever from Bellingham, Washington. Andy is going to get the first.
That's it.
The Irish setter is second. The Cocker is third, and the curly-coated retriever is fourth.
And the crowd approves.